late. Hey, did I get some sun yesterday or what? You'll have to let me know. I have air conditioner going in the background, and if it's too noisy, please let me know. But holy cow, is it necessary right now? Holy. But hey, welcome everyone. Welcome, ladies and gents, to the live show. This is normally done on a Friday night, but this week, doing it on a Saturday. Yesterday, me and the boys from work, we all took to the lake. We all went to the lake, did some wakeboarding and some boating, and just overall day drinking and jumping in water. It was a heck of a time. We had a great time, and glad to see that it went well and everyone survived. But yeah, definitely got a bit of a sunburn, and holy cow, I want a refund. Yeah, okay, Cracker. I was promised a red Clyde, and I'm disappointed. It's this white balance. I don't know what it is with my camera. The white balance always makes me look a lot whiter than I am. But I guarantee you that I'm quite red. I'm quite red. But hey, happy Saturday to everyone joining in and tuning into this. I have like hardly any energy left after yesterday, because holy cow, when you're in the sun all day long and swimming, it really pulls that out of you. It pulls everything out of you. This is the point in the live stream, though, where I'm waiting for the notifications to go out and then everyone to start coming in and saying, hey. And because, yeah, a lot of people are probably getting the ads at this point, or just getting the notifications as it is. Max Power, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Another week gone by and still shell-shocked. No TMNT. I had to take on the Super Shredder solo. Clyde, do something, Clyde. Cowabunga it is, LOL. So this is something that I've been trying to put plans together with Max Power. We've been so busy the past few weeks with all kinds of stuff going on. We're going camping with the family, work outings, all that stuff. But I discovered that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have a new game. I'm a product of the 90s, and I used to go with my friends and drop my entire allowance in quarters on the Turtles in Time video game machine. And now that the future is here and we don't need arcades anymore to play these games, they just released, I think it was just released, but I only just know about it now, but a new version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And Derek himself, Max Power, and the writer of one of my favorite books of all time. I have my signed copy right here, How the Prime Minister Stole Freedom. He's also a streamer, and he does classic video games. So I suggested to him that we should get together and do a stream playing that game, because I said to him, I'm sure you already own it. And he said, yeah, actually, I already own it. So let's do that. But yeah, we're just trying to figure out when that's going to happen. So probably in the next little while. I don't want to do it as a usual stream, a Friday night stream. I might do an extra one week on a Saturday or something. I'll definitely let you guys know about that, but I'm looking forward to it a lot, because yeah, the nostalgia, just the raw nostalgia of it is amazing for me. But don't want to take away from the usual content that I do. It'll be an extra added little fun bonus for everybody. I don't normally do video game content, so some people will tune in and love that, and some people just, that's not my thing. Have you seen the video Sniff Sleepy? No, it sounds like a Joe Biden video, though, if I'm getting the hint correctly there. Anyway, this is the end of the week show. Normally I do this on a Friday. The way I do my content, this is my little spiel I always say at the beginning. The way I normally do my content is in the mornings, before I get to go off to work for the day. I'll come into my little studio here and talk about some news stories that happened throughout the week. But there's all kinds of other news that I can't get to, or the stories are just little snippets and I didn't have enough to make a whole video out of, or I just haven't caught up on. Watch Alex's War. I haven't seen that yet. Is that released? I didn't know that got released. Clyde play something. Clyde's one of my favorite news people. Thank you, Gypsy. Appreciate that. But yeah, so this is the long form content where I go over some news stories or just have a laugh with you guys in the comments. But that's how this is. And if you're watching this after the fact, this was the live show, and now this is the long form content. Do this once a week and put this out there for you guys, so you can not have to change the dial if you're in a truck or just wearing headphones at work or whatever you do. When you listen to this, you can listen to a good long version of what it is that I do on the internet. But yeah, that's where we're at now. Dropping while driving. Clyde is the man for news. Thank you so much. Meme of the week. I need to start doing that. Maybe we can get on meme, because I put, if you guys don't pay attention to the communities tab, I'm constantly putting great memes that I find all over the internet. A lot of the people in our Discord server share with me some of the best memes that are out there, and you can just go to the memes channel and check that out for yourself. But I post up a bunch of the ones that I like to I want to share, because I know not everybody's in the Discord, so I share that in the communities tab. So if you're using your mobile device for watching YouTube and you're scrolling through the feed, you'll often see those pop up. I never see this stuff pop up on my computer, but I always see it on the mobile app. But that's definitely a thing. The memes are just amazing. I love some of them. My favorite one from this week, I think I'll just share this one with you guys now. Get to my channel. Channels. If you don't know where that is, here, I'll show you. So if you go on YouTube, you get to a person's channel and you go over to the, there's channels, the community tab. The community tab is where people share just posts. It's like bringing other social media platforms to YouTube. It's great. I like it. But I think this has got to be my favorite meme of this week. This one killed me. What is it? It's climate change. That just killed me. And a lot of you guys liked it. 1.2 thousand likes on that one. 71 comments. It's amazing. And some of the stuff. But I've been talking about the environmental movement for a while now, because some of these people just lost the plot. Completely crazy. You believe in belong as environmental patients in some hospital somewhere, because of how some of these people have been just going absolutely nuts, and wanting for everybody to let's just destroy the world's economies and the markets for the fears and anxiety over things that have not yet taken place, predictions in the past that did not come to fruition. I see, like, I'll just get right to it. Everyone wants a clean environment. It's a great thing for everybody, and I think we should all do our part to clean up the environment. But I think labeling certain things pollutants when they aren't, they're just natural elements, can be horrible. In fact, I picked up a new book. This is a new book that I just got recently. Pop this up here. Fake invisible catastrophes and threats of doom. You will perish in flames, it says here. And this is by Patrick Moore. I'm really looking forward to reading this. Sorry, I popped back the thing. I'm looking forward to reading this because it gets into a lot of, and the reason why he calls it, well, invisible catastrophes, a lot of things that are hyped up around this whole environmental catastrophic alarmism, they all tend to be things that are far away, remote, or invisible to the eye. And if you knew about what was actually going on, you'd realize that a lot of them are just actual lies. He's got a chapter on the Great Pacific Garbage Patch that doesn't actually exist. There's a lot going on here. The polar bears that are always in danger but have the largest numbers, apparently. There's a lot, like, he points out a lot of this propaganda, like, this is what climate change looks like. No, polar bears are the top of the food chain, and when they get old and die, There are no nursing homes for polar bears, unfortunately. So what they usually die of is starvation when all of their teeth have fallen out. And that's just that's the way nature works. But yeah, you can use this stuff as amazing propaganda and get it out there. So really looking forward to this book. If you haven't heard of it, look it up. I've watched several interviews with Patrick Moore. I've been following a lot of his work for a lot of years, and I definitely recommend checking it out at least and see about that. 255 watching and only 88 likes. Get on it. Smash that like button. Get down there and hit that. But let's get into some of this stuff that we're getting into. So, you like memes. This is another favorite of mine. More nuclear power? No, we're going to take a hard turn to eat the bugs. And that's this is how things are going over in Europe. And, well, yeah, it's troubling. It's definitely troubling. They have this. So the thing is, they're pushing this so hard that a lot of the media agencies now are. What do you mean? You know, it's like you're a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy theory until they shove it down your throat. And almost literally in this sense, they want you to eat the bugs. Would you eat insects to help save the planet? And this is from Insider. And I'm going to put some music over top of this so, well, I don't get a copyright strike, because that's usually how this goes when I share some of these things on the weekend streams. These recipes have a special ingredient, it says. Bugs! Woo! Mealworms. Amazing. I think they have someone talking in this, so we'll bring that up. Yes, showing us the culinary...
So these are called Tenebra immolitors. They're small mealworms, and these are some of the most common insects used in mainstream insect eating.
Yeah, this is London's new place. I guess London, England in this case. We know that there's one that just opened up in London, Ontario. I reported on this a few weeks
These are the Zaphova moria.
Oh, it just looks scrumdiddlyumptious, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Yum,
shops.
yum, yum,
So
yum.
anything that goes
Let
to waste,
me eat
we take
them
and give to our
bugs.
insects.
Oh, disgusting, disgusting. So this is something that is becoming more and more popular to show people on your social medias. Mealworms. Oh, can't do it. Can't do it. And then there's your crickets. As we know, they've been pushing this stuff. So if it's kind of obnoxious, the music right now, it's because I'm playing two things of music. Or playing another music song over top.
The flavour that they have is kind of not conventional, because obviously you don't find insects that much in mainstream cuisine in the West. The smaller mealworms have like a nutty taste. The larger mealworms have the texture of chicken almost, but they also have kind of an almondy flavour. It's an interesting taste, and it works on a lot of dishes. It's usually used as a supplement, but you can also make them into flour, which is then used as used in biscuits and cakes, and it's really rich because of the protein. So you can make really filling snacks from them.
Sorry, I had to with the music, but honestly, I've had this for a while now. I've talked about this when it comes to just watching them writhing around is just disgusting. I don't know how anyone could get in on that. But basically, vegetarians for the longest time have been trying to turn vegetables into meat products. I don't understand why vegetarians do that. Oh, look at that. That's gross. Vegetarians often will try to make meat substitutes, and it's like, well, just eat your vegetables. That's your thing. Why are you trying to make the Beyond Burger, all these things? Just eat vegetables. Why do you have to try to make meat out of vegetables? And here they are with the bugs, trying to make fake synthetic meat or mixing it in with a hamburger. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it, and I'm not about it at all. Now, I have heard from some people that work in farming industries. They see that some of these proteins from bugs do make for good feed for livestock. We'll have to see about that. Apparently, you get more bang for your buck by making these insects. So this infrastructure won't completely go to waste if nobody adopts eating the bugs. But this is I can't believe it. Yeah, this is definitely where they're going with that. Max Power with another $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Eating the bugs looks as enjoyable as opening up an umbrella in my up my posterior. No thanks. I do not like them, Sam. I am. No, they're gross. They're disgusting. Why are just it takes your breath away. This is God. This is what's being suggested. Look at that, the bruschetta. Yay, the bruschetta with bugs. Why? Bruschetta doesn't have bugs on, like it doesn't have meat on it. Anyway, why are you putting the bugs on the bruschetta? Why? Why do we do this? I don't understand it. So, yeah. I can't do it. I can't handle it. I'm not going to be eating the bugs. Sorry. You can count me out. Sorry. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. So let's move on. Let's move on to some stories. Now this caught me by I was having a drink and I stumbled across this article and I nearly spit my drink all over my computer. As you do when you read the news these days, because it's just getting more and more absurd. So this is Kean Bexty from the Counter Signal. He tried the tried and true method for not contracting monkeypox is to simply just don't go to orgies. And why is this relevant? Before I was going on the stream, I was looking up some stuff and I found this article. And where do I even go with this? Let's pop this up. So here's Benjamin Ryan. He's a scientific, what does he label himself? A scientific science reporter. There you go. Monkeypox, HIV, COVID, climate, battling cancer, contributor to all of these big publications. Monkeypox has been the new scare. They've been trying this one in Canada, good old Teresa Tam, trying to convince everyone to be afraid of monkeypox because they want to keep these things going. They want to keep you afraid. But this one, it's turning into a big meme all of a sudden because very important at NEJM paper, 528 monkeypox cases in 16 nations indicates sex between men drives the outbreak. 98% were gay or bi men. 75% were white. 41% had HIV. No women. 95% of cases thought to have been transmitted during sex. And he has an entire article about this. Monkeypox virus infection in humans across 16 countries, April through June 2022. Well, the stats are right there. The stats were right there. Now, the thing that was trending, the thing that got around was a particular individual who posted their account of getting monkeypox. Really nice profile pics there. We had to get an archive because this guy, he took it down. Babe the Pig Boy on Twitter made a thread talking about his instance with getting monkeypox. Now this is JT definitely uses the glory holes. Glory holes won't save you from monkeypox apparently. That is how it's transmitted. It's looking that way. Yeah, Babe the Pig Boy. Hi, I have monkeypox, he says, not fishing for any sort of sympathy, but since I'm already known for being pretty unabashed on the internet, I figured I'd give my honest account of how I got it and how my symptoms manifested. So hopefully educate anyone curious. So strap in right here. And this is the thread. So he's got a whole thread here describing. Now, mind you, he deleted this. And this is why I'm showing you on a... Oh, man, you're covering the pig boy, eh? Yep, that's it. Matt Walsh had a good perspective on it. Okay, well, I haven't seen his perspective on it. I'll have to check that out. I like Matt Walsh a lot. He's good. So the pig boy, Babe the pig boy here, reporting on his case. So the whole saga really begins mid-June when I managed to finally catch COVID. All in all, thanks to a long COVID cough that just won't quit, I ended up completely isolating for 3 weeks, not being able to have any sex or make any content. Is that the kind of content he makes? I don't know. Needless to say, I was desperate to get back to work. Like, yes, I'm a slut, he says, and all that, but sex is both my life and my livelihood. Okay, I'm guessing he's some sort of entertainer in that sense. If I'm not making content, I can't pay my bills. So I finally got back into the swing of things and attended a friend's birthday orgy on Saturday the 9th. I had been watching the news on monkeypox, but generally feelings on it really were and still are developing by the day. So I nor anyone else was especially worried. Now, I take issue with the fact that he just nonchalantly talks about a friend's birthday orgy as if like that's a thing, that it's just a normal thing. Oh yeah, I just had a birthday orgy, over at Jimbo's house. What? Okay, so this is obviously like a normal thing for this individual, especially since there had been only 2 confirmed cases in the entire country. This group was all locals, and the host of that group was a good friend and a nurse. So I trusted their judgment in still having the event happen. It was a great time. I think I came into sexual content with somewhere in the ballpark of 15 to 20 different men. Outrageous. In all the following days, once I was back to being sexually active, I made sure to check in with my body to make sure I wasn't experiencing any symptoms, as based on all research I'd done, monkeypox, I'm guessing he means by that, was only contagious when you're having symptoms. The following Monday, I was feeling totally fine, filmed with 2 daddies, had a great time, still definitely no symptoms. I know I had plans made to go to another orgy on Thursday. What is this guy? He's got orgies just all the time happening. So I took the days leading up off from sex to minimize any risks of getting or spreading anything. So Thursday comes around. By this point, I had gotten pretty nervous about monkeypox. Like I said, it seemed like every day the conversation was getting more and more intense. I spent the whole day doing research and reaching out to medical friends to get their opinions. Pretty much everyone and everything said the same thing. There's only a few cases in your country. Risks are incredibly low at this point. So I made the educated risk to attend the orgy on Thursday. Wowzers. Did that blow up in my effing face in the end? Well, yeah, a lot of things will blow up in your face. Thanks for your support at the Dutch Farmers protest, brother. Oh, my man, Ro, in the chat. Well, I wasn't there. I'm guessing you're talking to somebody in the chat here for their support there. Clyde seemed out an itinerary now? What? Hold on. I'm catching up on the chat here, guys. Sorry. But yes, welcome to the chat, Ro. And I'm not seeing Pan in there, but where there's a Ro, there's usually a Pan. Howdy, guys. Hail to the war campaign. Nice, nice. Okay, so I'm feeling physically ill already from reading this guy's account of what's going on so far. But in the end, my 2 cents, it's all reductive to tell gay people not to have sex. It didn't work in the early days of AIDS, and it clearly is not working now because they're just gonna go and do it anyway. But do your best to make educated choices. Check your country's case numbers frequently, and if you can, avoid groups and anon encounters. What he does at a point in this whole thread, without reading the whole thread, because this is just kind of gross, without reading the whole thread, he goes into blaming everybody else for the fact that he caught it because there wasn't enough. I believe he says that the infrastructure just wasn't ready for it or something. Our medical system and information was not getting out to people in time, and there wasn't they didn't have the ways of mitigating it somehow. It's like, well, the first thing you could do is maybe don't behave like that. Don't go to orgies once a week or how often you're doing this. Unprotected sex is well known to spread STIs, including this now as monkeypox. Monkeypox is the latest STI. So it's a bit of a meme because what's going on in the media is they're trying to hype this one up as the next pandemic. So they want to tell you how scary it is. They want to tell you how scary it is, and you should be afraid of this. But when we all start looking into the facts, they're like, well, but don't look at the fact that it's only gay people catching this, because that looks bad. But anyway, what would help in this whole situation, and it doesn't help having stereotypes like this. So I know that there's a lot of just normal people in the gay community. They're not a gay community, just gay people in our world, in our country, that don't behave like this. I don't think it's indicative of everyone. I don't think gay people are giving it to each other when they're monogamous in their relationships. It's this lewd behavior that is spreading this. But I mean, a high schooler could have told you this just from having been to a normal sex education class. Now, I'm going to catch up on some super chats, and then I'm going to go into what the WHO had to say about this. War Campaign Row, thank you, brother, with a $20 super chat. Appreciate your support, brother. The work you've done putting out the info is superb, and love it, Clyde. The Dutch farmers appreciate it. They were vocal. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. You're out there just as much as I am, putting out just as much of this information to everybody. So thank you for your generosity, and hail the war campaign. And we have Anonymous with a $10 super chat. I support Rose super chat. I like that. That's pretty good. Max Power again with a $10 super chat. Dude, you're making me blush. Damn, I just keep clicking this super chat button. We hail to the war campaign, and keep up your good content, god tier content, Clyde. I'll see if I can get this button fixed. Yeah, well, we'll see if other people have that broken button tonight as well. We'll just see. One of my best friends is gay. Yeah, there's a lot of gay people out there, but no, this is where the media will make you think that gay people are degenerate, disgusting people. Pride month now, it used to be Pride week, will give you the impression that gay people are disgusting perverts in public. But that's not the case. That is not the case, and those people they represent the tiniest amount of actual gay people out there. But they're the most vocal, and they're causing a lot of trouble for just normal people who just happen to be gay. That's my opinion. That's where I'm gonna sit with that one. I guess this pig boy, Babe the pig boy. Yeah, just not the best example of what people should be doing. But yeah, it's definitely the this situation that we're seeing. So the WHO calls for international gay sex lockdown. Oh God, it's hard not to laugh when you're reading this stuff. But this is yeah, the Counter Signal, great website. Definitely go check them out. I always leave links to these articles in the descriptions down below. I'll try to remember to put that in today. Now, WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom stated that the best way to prevent the spread of monkeypox, which might as well be classified as an STD at this point, is for gay men to stop having sex. So much gay sex. Oh man, or just with new partners all the time. That's how things spread. Or is this satire? I don't know. We'll find out. This is normally a normal website, news website, not a satirical one, but we'll see. Who calls for international gay sex lockdown? This is an outbreak that can be stopped if countries, communities, and individuals inform themselves to take the risk seriously and take steps needed to stop the transmission and protect vulnerable groups. The best way to do that is to reduce your risk of exposure, and that means safe choices for yourself and others. Adhanom, is that how you say that? Adhanom, I don't know, said in a briefing. War campaign, you generous bastard, you. With another $20 super chat. 100% anti-grooming, also anti-Jane Goodall. She works with the WEF, and she would stop with the chimps. So I saw that. I'm gonna have to pull that up too. The thing about Jane Goodall is I didn't know how much she put her own research at risk. With her decisions to do things in a non-scientific way. I'm trying to scroll through my Twitter because I put this out here a while back. But yeah, Newbie431 gifting 10 subs, 10 memberships to the community. Thank you so much for that. Congratulations to all those who've become members. Also, to note, I have worked on the Discord. So the Discord members now have a special role in the Discord, and we're gonna try to make some perks for members on YouTube. It carries over. If your account is linked to your YouTube, your account on Discord, it'll just carry over and you get that special role. Misty Guinea Foggy Summer. Did I get that right? Thank you with the $13.99 super chat. Is that an iPhone thing, the 99 thing? Is that for Apple users? Let me know in the chat. Thank you, Clyde, for what you do. You're my first source of news. Of news first thing in the morning, Monday to Friday every week. Thanks for sharing Patrick Moore's book too. Yes, I'm actually really excited. If you're just tuning into the stream now, I'm excited to read this book. Patrick Moore from British Columbia. He's revolutionized the forestry industry single-handedly. Helped found Greenpeace and then quit it because they became environmental patients, as we spoke about before. But yeah, his new book, I'm really looking forward to reading. But let's get back to the Jane Goodall thing, because that just reminded me, holy, she has lost the plot. If I can find it, because I am scrolling forever and ever and ever. Oh boy. Climatard. I like that. A person that believes the climate can change by paying a CO2 tax to the government. That's it. That's absolutely right. But where was that Jane Goodall thing? Because oh, that's great. Stop eating meat and pay more taxes to change the weather. Communists be all like, oh, too much. Am I gonna find it? Or am I gonna it's just lost forever? No, there it is. So here's Jane Goodall.
From human. We cannot hide away from human population growth because, you know, it underlies so many of the other problems. All these things we talk about wouldn't be a problem if there was the size of population that there was 500 years ago. We cannot hide away.
Couldn't be further from the truth. Couldn't be further from the truth. They made these predictions years ago. I believe they said by the year 2000, we would all be warring over food. But then there was massive innovation in the agricultural sector, and we don't even use all the land we could use for farming. We don't. And they said that at 3 billion population, it would be too much, and then there would be wars over starvation and everything. We're currently at just shy of 8 billion people on the planet, and we're still able to feed everybody. Now, that may not be the case when these environmental patients get their way and shut down farming in places like the Netherlands and Canada. Now, Ireland, it was reported on, is in line to do the same thing. And it's all funny that they all have the same goal, and they don't. They all go to these World Economic Forum, which is a conspiracy theory, if you didn't know. This never happened, this recording, because that's just conspiracy, right? 13 billion is Earth's maximum. Where do you get that number, Triangle? This person's name is Triangle in the chat. Welcome to the chat, by the way. Where did you get that number? I've heard that population is in decline. It is in the Western world, anyway. Clyde do something. She repeats the now blown up Georgia Guidestone's first commandment. Yeah, I reported on that. I thought that was great that somebody blew that up, but it's a little sus. We don't know who did. I wonder if it was the people who put it together that was trying to get rid of it. Hide the evidence. Get it out of here. But yeah, anyway, kooky Jane Goodall. I tweeted this out and I didn't realize how kooky she actually was. So she did a lot of research with chimpanzees, and we got to learn a lot about the behavior of other primates, other apes like us. We're the naked apes, and she got to learn about them and the bonobos, and very interesting stuff that came out of it. But one thing she actually hid evidence suggesting that chimps have wars because she didn't like the fact that that was a thing that they do. She was in love with chimpanzees, but she didn't want to let people know that they were warring animals because she wanted to, she's especially misanthropic. She doesn't like humans, and, well, here she is doing that, exactly. But yeah, she hid evidence. A person who is, quote-unquote, supposed to be a scientist was hiding evidence that was, it was not convenient for her narrative. So, yeah, we tend to shun people who do that. And kooky Jane Goodall suggesting that the WEF, which is the World Economic Forum, suggesting at the WEF that our problems would be solved if the population of Earth was reduced by 90%. It doesn't get any more crazy Hitlerian than that, but that is that's where we're at. Jane Goodall. But let's look at the World Health Organization. The top scientists in the world are saying that, hey, we need a gay sex lockdown. For men who have sex with men, this includes, for the moment, reducing your numbers of sexual partners, reconsidering sex with new partners and exchanging contact details with any new partners to enable follow-up if needed. Despite the rather inflammatory request, World Health Organization Director General Adhanom said it's important to minimize stigma and discrimination, which he says can be as dangerous as any virus. And this is where I'm saying that they've just gone full meme. went full meme because it's unavoidable at this point. They wanted to work this thing up to be like this big, scary next coronavirus. We all need to be locked down. We need emergency powers. Listen to us and obey all our orders. Eat the bugs and stay in your pod. But now it's turned into the meme about AIDS from the 80s, 1980s and 90s. It's turned into that, and because they don't want to repeat that, they're jumping all over the place, creating a scene. But I'm gonna drop this one now because I've had enough talking about gay sex for one lifetime. I think for one, not just in the one stream. Oh, true that. If it is if it is, it's because we woke the F up. Yeah. A lot of people are waking up to just how, well, it's funny because I try not to look at people doing things horribly as if everything is done with malice, but I think there's a combination of things. There is malice out there, but then there's also laziness and, well, sensational news is what sells, and they wanna keep us on that next fear wagon. So we'll just keep tuning in and buying their newspapers or tuning into their whatever it is that they're tuning that they're putting out there. They just want us to watch it so that we can click on the ads. That's essentially all it's for. It may not be malice, but it's with purpose. Okay, that is a good point. That is a very good point, newbie. All right, I'm done. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about the gay sex stuff. Let's move on to something else. This was something that was particularly poignant in the news this week. This is the first time our ex-Prime Minister of Canada, former Prime Minister of Canada, has given out an endorsement of another candidate for Prime Minister since he left office. And, well, let's just have a listen to what he had to say.
Friends, fellow Conservatives, greetings. I haven't talked to you like this in a while, and much has transpired. Our party, once again, has a leadership race underway. In this particular race, there's been a lot of speculation about whom I support or do not support and why. So it may be useful for my fellow party members to hear my views straight from me. It's a strong field, but one candidate has garnered disproportionate attention. Pierre Poilievre was a strong minister in my government. In the past several years, he's been our party's most vocal and effective critic of the Trudeau Liberals. He's been talking about the issues, especially the economic issues, that matter: slow growth, debt, inflation, lack of job and housing opportunities, and the need to fix the institutions that are failing Canadian families. He's proposing answers rooted in sound Conservative ideas, but ones adapted for today's realities. That's why he has the strong support of our caucus and our existing membership, and why he is bringing the most new members and a new generation into our party. That's how we win the next federal election. And in my opinion, Pierre has made by far the strongest case that he is the person to do that. I know, of course, that others, including some of my friends, may disagree with me, and I respect their views. But I thought you would like to know what my opinion actually is. Thank you for listening. God bless all of you, and God bless Canada.
That's that. So that's Stephen Harper giving his endorsement of Pierre Poilievre for Prime Minister of Canada, or for running as the party leader for the Conservative Party, and then obviously running for Prime Minister of Canada in the next election, whenever that may end up being. We saw the news going full on attack mode with Pierre Poilievre in recent times. Every time he has a successful campaign rally, they get out there and in full US style Trump hysteria, pulling out all the stops about. It's spelled about. It's a boot spelled a boot. But yes, pulling out all the stops, going full retard on in the news media over this candidate. And really, you have to look at it. Why did Trudeau discriminate? What? Bestiality? Are you talking about? Yeah, okay. I don't know. I don't know. I know he discriminates against a lot of things. That one is, yeah, that's a really weird question. But anyway, the media hates Pierre Poilievre, and while the reason probably is because he's the most likely to win. He's the most likely to actually take the position of Prime Minister of Canada. We have a lot of back and forth in the chat now. Some people don't like Pierre. People don't like the Conservatives. And yeah, I hear this a lot. I have Roman as number 1 and Pierre as number 2. Roman Baber definitely coming out and showing that he has really, really good ideas for our country moving forward. Clyde, he was asking about the Trudeau decriminalized bestiality. Oh, okay. I'm dyslexic. I mess up words all the time. My bad. Did that happen? Is that something that just happened? Trudeau decriminalized. Hold on a second. I've never heard of this. Petition on change.org to make all bestiality legal in Canada. You can't be serious. Why? Why? What in the world? Why? Jeez. Really? I like this one. If stupidity was an Olympic sport, sorry, you can't see the whole thing. He would be sent for steroid testing. Because you can't be serious. Snopes. Okay, here's a Snopes to tell you that what you read isn't true. That's always just, it doesn't matter what they have. There is actually a petition on change.org. Why? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You can't be serious. Poor puppy. To the shock of people in Canada and around the world, the Supreme Court of Canada ruled on June 9th that most forms of bestiality are not legal. Not illegal. What? The ruling came from a case of DLW. This isn't Trudeau. This is the Supreme Court. Supreme Court's been making some really weird ones. Make all bestiality illegal in Canada. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. What? I didn't even know that was a thing. Yeah, gross. Gross. What is happening with our world these days? People are coming up with some crazy, what? Nuts. Absolutely nuts. I can't handle that. I'm not even gonna get into that. Yeah, Sodom and Gomorrah kind of stuff. What? Get out of town. But you know what? If you disagree, chances are you might get a knock on your door. This is I had to share this one here. I forget this. I forget this woman's name. She's a feminist in England, but one of those ones that they call TERFs. If you don't know what a TERF is, TERF is a trans exclusionary radical feminist, they call it. But this is one woman who has been vocal. Somebody in the chat, if you know her name, I'm drawing a blank on it, and it's not in this right here. But yeah, she gets a knock on her door for being untowards about pedophiles. And well, let's just have a listen to this.
Welcome. How the devil are you? So I come downstairs and there's two police at the door. He said, we've had a complaint. Somebody's phoned up because in one of your videos, you're being untoward about paedophiles. I said, it's a crime to be untoward about paedophiles? He said, well, the person was offended. I said, well, yes, and I'm offended. I'm offended that you're here trying to silence women, talking about the safeguarding of children. He said, it's been recorded as a hate crime. I said, is it a hate crime or a hate incident? And he said, I'm not here to argue. And I said, have you watched the video? He said, no. And I said, so you're here because somebody was offended about something that you haven't even seen? Yes. Should I go back and watch the video? And I said, well, I would have thought that was something that you should be doing before you come out to somebody's house on a Sunday afternoon. How insane.
Absolutely.
Welcome. How
insane. Posy Parker is her name. Thank you, lovely flight, for that. Posy Parker. Honey Bean. I do not bend to power. Thank you. You guys are all great, letting me know. Yeah, Posy Parker. Fantastic. But yeah, gets a knock on her door because she was untoward towards pedophiles on the internet. This is we have our own problems in Canada, and they're having issues in England, in Great Britain. We've seen this happening ever since ever since Count Dankula got charged, criminal charges for making a funny video about his dog, his girlfriend's dog actually at the time. But yes, speech. This is why we fight for free speech, because this is the kind of thing that can happen. Max Power again with another $10 super chat. Whoa, dude, you are a big spender this evening. Pierre gets my support, but his people promised a joint project for over a month, like a carrot on a stick, only to get to ghost and refuse my calls. Once they change their minds, I'm not impressed with them. Yeah, that doesn't sound very impressive at all. Please do a story on those of us on the left crossing to the right. Also, please cover the ArriveCAN app. Oh, so I've been covering the ArriveCAN app a bunch, and I was going to talk a bit about it tonight if we have time. Just going to stick with this one right here. Hopefully we have time to get into that. But yes, I would love to talk about people on the left coming over. I think it's all too common these days anymore. But, and I'm not someone that's coming from the right, you know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of people are coming to center, and it's not that their views changed at all. It's just that the left has gone crazy, way left, that everybody else looks like they're right, because they've gone so far left. But that's my opinion on that. I'd love to talk to more people whose maybe views have changed, because for the most part, what I see is people whose views haven't changed really at all. They're just realizing that the politicians on the left are crazy far left, and so are people in, right, left, too much division. I think more people are just, center, left, or right. There's not that many people crazy on the right, far right, and there's not that many people crazy on the far left, but the far left ones are the ones holding positions of power at the moment, and I think we need to strip them of that power and bring everything back more centrist, where we can actually talk about issues between the left and right of center. And I think, because I lean right on some issues and I lean left on other issues, but I think I'm pretty much just smack in the center. That's where I sit. But free speech, I don't think should be a left-right divide issue. I think free speech should be a centrist issue. We should all support free speech. We should all support bodily autonomy, things like this. I mean, there are certain things to be debated about, and we can have those debates. But right now, the crazy left are the ones burning books and banning speech. I mean, we're not allowed to talk about certain things, like being untoward towards pedophiles on the internet. This is just disgusting absolutely disgusting. And yeah, I can't I'm not gonna stand for that. I'm not. I don't think being untowards towards pedophiles is anything bad. I think people should be untowards towards them. They're predators, and there's something we need to get out of our society. We don't want that. And I think the big problem right now is that they're hiding within the alphabet community and convincing people. The thing that's been convinced of that people have been convinced of over years, and it took a long time, that people who are homosexual or whatever thought that there was some sort of equation between them and pedophiles, and I don't think that's the case. But pedophiles are trying to get themselves lumped back in that group again because they want to normalize it in society, and I don't agree with that at all. Ooh, excuse me. I'm all over the place tonight, folks. Why am I all over the place tonight? Oh, I think it's all the sun that I got. But yes, there was a few things that I wanted to get into. We were talking about the WHO. I think I'm going to save that one. I love this one, though. I saw this guy. Excuse me, that was loud. I saw this guy online, and this is from last year. He was right. Its perpetual cycle, which is designed to create dependence, erode our rights, and usher in a digital mandates. But this is from way back, I think a few years ago now. And this guy was talking about the coming issues with using excuses to erode our freedoms. Anyway, let's have a listen to what he had to say.
Don't need a mask. The mask is about compliance because they know Canadians like to do what they're told. So if they tell you have to wear a mask, next they're going to tell you have to contact trace. Then they're going to tell you have to take the vaccine. And because like to do what they're told, they're hoping that everyone just complies. And then guess what, kids? Once you take your vaccine, like a dumb person that doesn't know any better, they're going to tell you, sorry, the vaccine isn't as effective as we thought it was going to be. So now you still got to wear a mask, still got contact trace, still have all the restrictions and social distancing, and still take your vaccine. And then what did you get out of all of this? You got a whole year where you weren't allowed to travel, your business was closed, they took your rights and freedoms, they forced a vaccine on you, and what happened? The same amount of people died. Everything is the exact same. And now they're going to put you back on lockdown and bring it all the way till July of next year so they can do the same thing again. Bring you from July, August, and September, getting you off lockdown, but just to bring you back on lockdown again. If you idiots haven't figured it out yet, it's a perpetual cycle that you never get out of. And it's a way to take your rights, your freedoms, close your business, take your wealth. Why? So you become dependent on government. Why? If you're independent, the government works for you like it's supposed to. If you depend on the government to give you a paycheck to feed your family every month because they closed your business on you, now the government doesn't work for you, the government rules you. So instead of a middle class, we have the government, upper class, and the lower class dependents that rely on the government to survive. In other words, we have a slave class.
Unbelievable. Nails it. And this is ages ago when everybody was too afraid to speak out or say anything. This is all pre-freedom convoys, this is all pre all of that stuff. This guy gets out there just spitting truth bombs. Absolutely correct in all of it. Spot on. Exactly. Spot on. Chris Skye. Is that who this guy is? Chris Skye? Let me check that out. Chris Skye. I can't show this just because Twitter can be absurd. Chris Skye. 2 years ago, he called it. Chris Skye. Where is Chris Skye, though? How can I follow Chris Skye? Oh, I'm going to have to look that up later. But yeah, so here we are. This is Chris Skye. A lot of people showing this. What do you have to say here?
It's like I told you they would, under the guise of reducing emissions. Now it's not just carbon. Now it's nitrogen and ammonia are the new culprits. And unless they drastically reduce farming and agriculture, we're all going to die of climate change. So their plan to save Mother Earth is to starve humanity. Their goal is to reduce food and agricultural production in the Netherlands by 30 to 50%. And that is why the farmers, the ranchers, the truckers, and everybody else is finally standing together. And they're literally going and pumping shit on the politicians' houses. Because that's what they think of these people.
Good for them.
In fact, tomorrow is the worldwide rally. And the worldwide rally here is taking place at the Netherlands consulate and in every other city around Canada and the world to bring attention to this. Because it's not just the Netherlands. Justin Trudeau has already signed the exact same climate change bullshit laws in our country. So under the guise of saving the planet, they're going to starve you. They want to reduce the food production in Canada by 50%. Now, I don't care what you eat. I don't care if you eat meat. I don't care if you're a vegan. When they cut the food supply by 50%, what do you think is going to happen? What is happening already to every single thing you buy? Every single thing you need to survive?
Yeah.
It is skyrocketed. And that's not going to stop. Inflation's not getting under control. Inflation's just getting started.
This guy's killing it. Holy cow.
Now, combine that with manufactured food shortages. I don't care if you wear a mask. I don't care if you're lining up for your 5th shot. I don't care if you can't wait for your monkeypox jab. If you're buying into this COVID, if you want mandates for everybody. I don't think you want to pay twice as much, 3 times as much, 5 times as much for your food, do you? So this is going to be something that affects everybody.
No kidding. No kidding. I want to meet this guy. Chris Skye. What a treat. What a treat. Yeah, this is that Chris Skye. Is this him? That's him. I want to meet this guy. What a champ. What a champ. Actually spitting fire out there. Where was that? In Ottawa? That's amazing. That's amazing. It's crazy how, you know, there's other people in the world that do the same thing as you or talk the same stuff or out there in media and you don't even know about them. There's so many of us out there. Like all of you in the chat, there's so many of you, and that's the thing that they want to convince everybody is that you're alone. You're alone in these thoughts. No, we're not alone in these thoughts. And there's a lot of people that haven't woken up, but there are a lot that have, and more are waking up every single day. And I like that. I like that. I want to meet this guy, shake his hand for saying just spitting truth. That's amazing. Amazing. Awesome. But yeah, okay, so we're gonna move on from that, and I wanted to get into a bit of this ArriveCAN garbo. Holy cow, there's a lot of things that I did want to talk about today. There's a whistleblower. There's Darcy C. Thanks for the $10 super chat. Appreciate that. You didn't say anything, but thanks for the tip. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Sorry. This is one I brought up in a video this week. This is a New York Times had an article saying cannibalism had a time and a place. Some recent books, films, and shows suggest that the time is now. Can you stomach it? I don't know if it's sensationalism or what they're trying to do there with that, but it's just unbelievable. I had a bit about ArriveCAN.
Hello, everyone. It's July.
But I also had something from James Top. So we all know I don't have any really like new news. More and more people, when it comes to the ArriveCAN app, are frustrated with the ArriveCAN app. We have people from the industry, from airports, from everywhere, tourism, and then just everyday citizens are really tired of ArriveCAN. There's no real new news. As soon as I get some new news about that, I'll hit that up. One thing I wanted to talk about, though, before we head off, and when I say head off, I'm saying that we're going to go over to the Discord, because that's where we continue the conversation. Every week, when I do the live stream, when we finish the live stream, we go hang out in the Discord and chat. So chat with all of you. So if you want to get in there, the link is down in the description down below. You can become just a member of our community in the Discord. It doesn't cost you anything. Just head on in there and you can join the conversation after the live streams. But I wanted to get into this because there's this news about the Canadian military poised to end a vaccine mandate. This is from the Ottawa Citizen. Now, the Ottawa Citizen wrote this article, and they want me to have ads, but I don't want their ads. So see you later. Whatever. I'm not going to spend that much time here anyway. So basically, I mean, I could run you down with everything that they say, but what are we looking at there? Just child abuse, what they're doing to kids. Canadian Forest member discharged from service. Yeah, okay. So there's rumors essentially, but James Topp gets into it and he talks about what's going on. Darcy C with another $10 super chat. Thank you. Now with a message. Now that I have your attention, question for the group. We all know what's happening here. My question is, what will it truly take to end this madness? That's a tough one. That's a tough one, because a lot of people are standing up. A lot more people are standing up. What would be the thing to end all of this madness? Would be people to just not comply with it. I think so. I think what happened with the Soviet Union, for the most part, is they didn't have the support of the masses anymore. People just didn't go along with it. They had the jokes that you know, we pretend to work and they pretend to pay us, or we pretend to be regulated and they pretend to regulate us. That was the kind of idea. This madness doesn't end with our compliance with it. It'll just keep happening. So the more and more people decide to not comply with this madness, the more I think we're going to be pushing in the right direction. Get educated, critical thinking, stop watching the news. Yeah, well, the news, it's unbelievable. Like, you do have to know what's going on with the news, because you have to understand what the propaganda that the people are still watching it are being subjected to. But yeah, Bumper Car Joe, the stop paying taxes thing, that is not going to help. They've been cutting a lot of programs. One program they haven't cut at all is throwing people in jail for not paying their taxes. So I wouldn't suggest that one. That'll get you taken right out of the fight pretty quick. So there's a lot of things that we can do. One thing that I wanted to make a suggestion for, and hear me out on this one, is the idea that all of this stuff is coming out of it's coming out of academia. Like, all of this is coming out of academia, and then it goes into politics, and then it goes into entertainment, and then it gets into your life. And it all starts at academia. But we're out there protesting against the government and the government alone. Why are we not at the universities rocking up with tractors and tractor trailers and all of this? Why are we not knocking on their door? They're the ones that started this. So I don't know, maybe as a movement we can not shift the entire focus, but put a little bit more focus on the institutions that are bringing this stuff into our society. From just nip it at the root, right? You take out the root and you've killed all the weeds, right? That's my idea. But because they would call us terrorists, Well, they're doing that already. They're doing that already. So why not take the fight straight to the source and go after academia for what it is that they're spitting out there? And the most awful ones, and these people, they cannot handle confrontation. They wouldn't be able to take it. And I think if we took it right to their door, then I think maybe they would they'd be put back in their place real quick. Yes, weed the garden, Clyde. Absolutely. Absolutely. Paul Pot tried that. Did he? Paul Pot went to the universities? I'm not sure. No talk about Teresa Tam admitting she is a man. I was looking that up, and I couldn't find any information on that. I saw the pictures that are floating around social media of the dude that looks just like her. Maybe it was her. I have no idea. At the end of the day, I don't care if somebody used to be a dude and wants to transition and live their life like that, as long as they're not bothering anybody with that thing. I think Tam is bothering people with other things, not with her having been a man at one point. I don't know if it's true or not. I think it's funny, but I don't know. G Meister, thanks for this $10 super chat. Don't forget to hit the like button, feed the algorithm, and spread the word. Yes, please do. Thank you so much. And I really appreciate you guys coming to hang out and chat with me in these live chats. This is for the most part the algorithm. Yeah, he claims he created the internet, that guy. And apparently to him, from his perspective, New York is underwater. Don't tell him that it never happened. Let him get surprised next time he goes to visit there. But that was a thing. I love the fact somebody pointed it out to me it was in an interview with Patrick Moore that I was watching recently, and they were talking about the inconvenient truth. And one thing that he nonchalantly just kind of says in that film is, if you took out water vapor, CO2 is like 30% of the greenhouse gases. And then you're like, wait a second, you nonchalantly just threw out water vapor, and then didn't explain how much of a role water vapor is. But it's somewhere between 75 and 90% of the greenhouse gas is water vapor. And then if you took that out, then the other greenhouse gases would be in there. But I'm not going to be doing scientific studies or anything like that on here. Mama Bear with a super sticker. Thank you so much. Oh, much love. Much love. Wow, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. But I wanted to get into what James Top had to say about this article that came out about rumor, I guess. The military is poised to get rid of the mandate, but let's hear what James Top had to say regarding this.
By the 25th, and we are on our way to Gander, Newfoundland. And I thought I would take this time to give you a special announcement and an update on the situation so far. I've been getting a lot of emails and messages asking me what I think about the recent revelation that the DND is allowing soldiers to re-enroll and that they are lifting vaccine mandate requirements. So I just want to put it out there and address this because I know this is going to be a recurring thing. And I did a live stream about it as well. So let's just talk about this over the next couple minutes. So first of all, the reports that you see in the news in what we like to call around here the traditional media is that
he's so kind. The traditional media. Joyce Sandy with a 99-cent super sticker. Wow, look at that. Zombified head. I love it. Thank you very much for that. But yeah, James Top, the traditional media, and then just laughing about it.
They are reporting something that is based on a leaked document. So the headline states that the military is poised to lift the vaccine requirement and they're going to allow soldiers to re-enroll. So this is eye candy, and it's something to attract your attention and to guide your thought process. The actuality is that the leaked document, I would be surprised if any one reporter has actually laid eyes on it. Furthermore, no official word has come from the Department of National Defense. Not a spokesman, not from the minister, not from the Chief of Defense Staff, to say that any of the vaccine mandates in the Canadian Armed Forces have been lifted. They have not officially stated that soldiers are being allowed to re-enroll after being released. So what is being reported in the news as a true story is something that is based on a leaked document. So this document, whether or not it exists or not, is entirely unofficial. So there is no official word from the armed forces about whether or not anybody is going to be allowed to re-enroll. It's no official word about this vaccine requirement being removed. Hold on. There's a lot of big trucks out here today.
Nice.
So this is what I am here to tell you, because this is going to happen, that in the future, when we go forward with Canada Marches and our letter writing campaign and our efforts to reach out to the Ombudsman, we will be told by legacy media reporters, "Why are you still marching? Haven't you heard? Haven't you read the latest?" To which point I will reply, no, I haven't, because I stopped consuming anything that comes out of the corporate media.
There we go.
Because it's mostly untrue. So, having said that, I want to make it clear to everybody who follows me, who is following this story. When you hear that I wrote a letter to the Department of National Defense Ombudsman, I have done so to address the fact that members have been released from the armed forces because they refused to go along with this directive, the CDS policy on vaccines. They did not disclose or would not participate in this medical procedure, and they were released, or they chose to be voluntarily released. And furthermore, this is still in place. So we are talking to the Ombudsman to have that addressed, to have the pain and suffering addressed, to open an investigation and an inquiry as to how we can rectify this situation. Because what is happening is the fact that they have released so many members of the armed forces, it is causing the organization to become ineffective. So, that's that. Don't take my word for it. Look into it for yourself. I'll leave it at that for now, and probably do another update when it's not so windy out. But for now, keep following us here at Canada Marches. It's a good time. It's a good time to be alive here in Newfoundland.
Nice, nice.
That's
and
it.
if you're not subscribed, make sure you get over there. Go over to James Top on YouTube. Subscribe to his channel so you can get updates on what's going on with him. You can also go to canadamarches.com.ca. I believe it's website .ca. There we go. canadamarches.ca. And you can keep up with all the stuff that this amazing man has been doing since he left Vancouver and marched across the entire country, and then said, well, that's not enough. So they took him out to the Pacific Ocean, or to the Atlantic Ocean, and he's walking back to Ottawa once again. Amazing. He's completing the actual complete trip, going completely across Canada, and I think that's just amazing what he's accomplished and what he's still out there doing. Have you seen the Newfoundland Antifa James Top saga? No, I haven't. I'll have to look into that. If you have a link or something for that, I'm going to look it up, but if you have a link or something, put it in the Discord chat so everybody can have a look at that. I'm definitely gonna look into that though, because wow, yeah, James has done so much for Canada, and he's getting no recognition from most politicians or the news media here. Darcy C, thanks again for another $10 super chat. The military did the right thing in Romania in 1989. I'm not sure what they did in 1989. Romanian army in 1980. What happened in 1989? I'm gonna look this up, but 1989. Oops. I was just a wee lad at the time. I'll definitely look into that and see what happened there. But thank you again for the super chat. Oh, whoa, losing track of the chat here. G Meister, member for 2 months. Thanks again for jumping in as a member. I heard on Hammerhead Lodge that there's planning something big in Nova Scotia in September. Nothing to do with Mr. Top. Interesting. Interesting. Well, I'm gonna look into more of that. Hammerhead Lodge. You mean Hammerhead Garage? I'd like to know. I'd like to know. 1989? Yep, 1989. Yeah, I don't know what took place in Romania, but I would like to learn more about it, because yeah, there's lots more stuff to know about European history. Holy cow, there's a lot out there. Definitely a lot that I need to educate myself about to bring a lot of this. Yeah, Hammerhead Garage. Okay, there we go. A lot of things to bring context to what's going on around the world now. But I want to leave you guys with one more meme that Real Max Power shared in the Discord, because this made me laugh. I'm not going to read it out loud, but you guys can have a look at that there. This is from a recent visit. Oh, I-52 Freedom. I think that's, I don't know what. How is, okay. I'm gonna have to ask you in the Discord what, how that's I-52 Freedom, if that's like I love freedom or something in some code. Anyway, $10 super chat. Nice surprise to see you on. The march from Queens Park North today got a little more positive response from outside of the group. The same spot Chris Skye used to go to. He moved on back. All right, so he moved on before my time there. Nice, awesome, good to hear. And hopefully you can make it into the Discord chat tonight. It'd be good to see you again, my man. But yeah, we're gonna move on over. You guys are all having a laugh at this meme. Thank Derek Smith for that one. But yeah, definitely gonna get Derek on the show here in the near future. We're gonna play some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles together, and we're gonna talk some more stuff about books that he's working on. Of course, if you know Derek Smith, he's the author of one of my favorite books of all time, How the Prime Minister Stole Freedom. This is my signed copy. Amazing, amazing, amazing. But yeah, we're gonna have him on soon enough, and we're gonna have a laugh. A little less of just like the straight up interview, and more of the getting to know him and play some games with him, and have a laugh and talk about some of the stuff that he's working on moving forward, because I know there's more books in the pipe, or down the pipe, up down the pike. Depends on how you say that analogy. Anyway, that's what's going to be happening pretty soon. I'm going to take Monday off, guys. It's a holiday here in British Columbia. I don't know if it is everywhere in Canada, but yeah, that's a thing. Taking the family to go see the local Logger Sports Festival, because that is it's just some of the coolest things to see ever. Appreciate some of those people that keep the world moving around by taking trees down and making stuff with them. Without that, you wouldn't be able to do a lot of that stuff that you like to do in life, like build homes and things like that. So big celebration for loggers and that's the thing we like to celebrate in this area. But yeah, it's BC Day, so we're gonna be taking the kids off to that, and then we're gonna take a Monday off. So if you're expecting a video on Monday, there won't be one. Just letting you know ahead of time. I didn't get canceled. I didn't get kicked off of YouTube. Not yet, anyway. I'm gonna make that one hard for them. But we're gonna take Monday off, and we'll see you in a video on Tuesday if we don't see you in the chat in the Discord. But yeah, get down there. There's a link in the description to get into the Discord, and you can come hang out with us. I'm gonna be having some wobbly pops with all the great members of our community over there. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Keep on